sixth running of the Manitoba Derby. By. This is Bricklayer, who's going to take the Manitoba Derby.
The Manitoba Jockey Club acknowledges that we are on Treaty 1 territory, and the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Anisininew, Dakota, Lakota, and Dene peoples, and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this land.
And welcome everybody to ASD Live, brought to you by Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries. Day 40 on the racing calendar. Quick looks back at Wednesday's racing action. Who was hot? Well, on the jockey side, it was Sven Balrup, who had a couple wins on the card, but Demario Bino still up on top with 40. Antonio Whitehall, 37. Sven Balrup with that great day, 33. Then Praven Badri and Rashad Knights. On the trainer's side, Steve Keplin Jr. rounded off the night with the late daily double, putting him at 34. Michael Nault, 23. Jerry Gorno, 21. And Wendy Anderson and Jared Brown, 18 and 17 respectively. Stretch, what did you see on the racetrack Wednesday?
Well, we actually had a bit of a different racetrack from September to August. It was a bit slower track, 6 to 7 lengths slower than most of the days on that. Not really any rain coming in, so I guess that's why they didn't have to kind of scrape it, right?
Yeah, well, they still scrape it once a week, but it's that moisture that gets deep down in the base from those big rains. It dries out on top, but the moisture's down below, and when that happens, that really speeds up this racetrack.
Oh, very good. 14 races last week. Only 2 went gate to wire.
One each day.
One each day, correct. 3 of the last 4 favorites on Wednesday came in, all from off the pace. And interesting, we'll see how the one speed horse that went gate to wire was the only price horse in the pick 4.
Yeah.
So does that make that horse that much better? It was a pretty good time in that day. So we'll see if the horse can move up on that. So we'll go from there. We've got only 5 weeks remaining. Whoa, it's flying by.
Is it ever?
So that tells me about 2 to 3 starts for most horses probably in there. And so I always find it kind of tricky on the trainers and owners angles in the sense of, are they, when they drop them to the bottoms or drop them lower, are they just dropping them to get a win? Are they dropping them so they get claimed and they don't have to winter the horse?
That's a possibility too.
Some of them are heading down south, various tracks. So it's always a kind of a bit of a guess. You usually don't get good prices on these. So some will win. I would say more lose, so always kind of be careful.
Yeah. Running seconds and thirds opposed to winning it at the 1 to 5 odds.
Yeah, so there's not really any value. Reason I kind of mentioned it is because I think we've got at least 4 horses under $4 today, probably closer to $3, you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so if you can beat them, you're going to get paid. It's just have to decide. I think at least one could get beat. How about you, Kirt?
Well, I'm looking at one of them, maybe.
Maybe. That's fair. I'm with you. Anything else?
No, not a lot. Just hopefully you watch some replays because, as we said on Wednesday, first 3 races were all replay horses that we talked about. That early pick 3 paid dynamite stretch.
It did.
100 and change on there. And Lucky Appeal finally got out of the starting gate, and we were able to have a little bit of money on that one. But let's kick it off with an allowance race for Manitoba, Saskatchewan. North and South Dakota bred 2-year-olds. They're going to go 5.5 furlongs. Scratch the 3 Clouds of My Coffee and scratch the 4 Odd Man Rush. Just a quartet left. Looks like a big favorite to start.
Yeah, we are going to have this horse lost to, I think, is the best 2-year-old on the grounds.
Well, we're going to find out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, exactly.
What an exciting race
It is a good race for sure. Unless the firsters, the 5 and the 6 are something close to that horse, I think it's the 2 horse to lose. Basically, it's going to go through him. It's just a matter of losing by 9 or whatever is not a bad thing to that type of horse. None in here. So 2's my top pick. Go ahead.
Yeah, gets a cut back in half a furlong from 6 to 5.5, has forward speed. A lot of things to like. Let's talk about the first-time starters. Number 5, Vin Placer Show by Vindagari. Vindagari, a 5-time winner of $117,000. I Ain't Afraid, only won 1 race, $7,000 in earning. This one has 2 full siblings. Debuted one last year, I'm a Zapper 2. And I'm a Zapper, had a hard time beating the tractor, to tell you the truth.
Ouch.
And the other one, well, Not Afraid. And Not Afraid, who is that? Well, the horse started 24 times, won 12 times, and was an absolute win machine here at Assiniboia Downs. Not only in the Manitoba, Saskatchewan breed program, but in the open horses too, and possessed a lot of speed. So it's kind of like, which one is going to show up? Is it going to be the I'm a Zapper, or is it going to be the Not Afraid? That's up in the air in here. And number 6, Category 1 by Vengeful Wildcat. This is a sprinter of 3 wins, $2.25 million, or $250,000. The horse was absolutely a speedball. The mom was unstarted, has 1 half sibling that is still a maiden, started as a 3-year-old in the Brent Rymack barn, and that is Haggis, and ran an even race, running 6th in maiden allowance. But Category 1 does have a nice workout coming in. That's why that 5 furlong work, that's why I'm leaning towards him as my second play in here.
That's exactly my angle on this. I always look for those 5 furlong works. The 6 had it, and that's why I moved that up. I thought the steady works on the 5, so that's a good thing. Maybe the horse doesn't like practice in the morning and likes to run at night.
No doubt about that one.
We've seen that, 2, 6, and 5.
And I'm also 2, 6, and 5. Now we're going to carry on to race number 2, a $5,000 claimer for Manitoba, Saskatchewan, North and South Dakota breds that are non-3 lifers or non-winners of the year. They're going to go 6 furlongs. Here's another one of those big favorites dropping from the sky.
Yeah, absolutely. Scary thing is the horse hasn't won in 2 years. But to follow that up, this horse has raced against some of the top.
Has never been in this kind of condition before.
That's true. And so you've got to decide. 3 of the 4 starts are very good. But if you hasn't been at this condition, but if you look back, the horse was in for 75 last year. It was the waiver claiming this year. And even 65 in Alberta. So really, it's maybe that's where this horse actually belongs. Now you get to go in the breed races. The horse is also 9. So I think it's going to be a short price. It's now or never.
Yeah, pretty well. You got to take your shot. And what an easy spot to be able to drop into. That isn't too far from the claiming price you ran at.
Yeah. So it's now or never for Del Vecchio.
Yeah, I agree with it. Also, I like number 6, Kentucky Jake. Has been off a while since the end of July. This horse has ran some big races coming off the pace. Ran into some really tough horses. Chewed up a lot of my money along the way. But I like that with that little bit of a layoff, freshening up. The horse worked recently in 39. There is speed to go after Del Vecchio, but once they go after Del Vecchio is real fast. I'm looking for a closer to fill it in, so I ended up going to number 6, Kentucky Jake.
Yeah, and that's a fair angle. I was considering going that way. I decided to go with
the Rooster.
The Rooster, your Rooster there. I think this horse is just getting better with every start. Obviously, this horse is not going to be able to keep up with the 4, but this horse can kind of sit off. I just think this is one of these lightly raced horses that's getting a little bit better each start, where the other ones you kind of know where they're at. So I had to take maybe a horse on the improve.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that one. Also, look at number 5, Diane's Wish. They're adding blinkers on today. Well, that's an interesting one, because if you look back in the form when Diane's Wish did wear blinkers, does have a win and 2 second-place finishes. So maybe that's what Diane's Wish needs. Comes out of a tough race last time out against Colonel Clink and Imperial Hornet. So this is going to be so much easier. So this is actually a drop-in class for her and a perfect spot. Unfortunately, Del Vecchio's in here.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've got 4 different horses underneath Del Vecchio. I use the one. I think this horse, if there's a pace battle, this horse might get the jump on some of the closers, getting that garden spot, maybe sitting 3rd or 4th, and maybe grab grab a spot there to complete the try. 4-2-1.
And I'm 4-6-5. Now we're going to carry on to race number 3, our feature race on the card. It's the Distaff Stakes. 4 fillies and mares, 3 and up. That are Manitoba, Saskatchewan foals. And they're going to go the mile distance, and another massive favorite.
Yeah, so you've got to adjust how you want to bet these and go from there. If I had to choose one of the first 3, this would be the one that I think might lose. I'm still making it my top.
Because of the size of the
Correct.
field and the pace scenario in here.
Exactly my thought. Still is my top pick and your top pick. This horse she just simply wins races. 10 of 21. Lifetime, 4 of 8 at the distance. She even beat some of the top the boys against what was that? McKeag.
And McKeag came back to win the stake race on the boys' side.
She did get a dream trip last time out. Potentially get another dream trip in here. The only difference is maybe a few more horses to deal with. But Antonio usually puts this horse in the right spot. Clean trip, she wins.
Yeah, she'll be sitting close to the pace. I expect the pace to be number 2, Island High. This one's taken a drop out of the allowance conditions and has been forwardly placed in a lot of them. Hasn't gone around 2 turns in a while. Last time it did, it actually ran a really good race in there. There is a little bit of other speed with Nickety Split, but the way this race ran last time out, the Distaff trial, that Mechanic Susie did win. Wow, they went slow in there. So Island High, I think, is just going to inherit the lead early on, and it's up to Sven Balrup to sit there, judge pace, and I think try and steal it on the front.
Very possible. That's why I used her as well. I just think there's some upside and certainly be there. She's not from the stake race last time or the trial. If she can handle the 2 turns, which I think she can, 15-1 morning line, maybe not the win, but certainly get there. I used the reason I went to the 5, Nickety Split, the last race obviously got the refund.
Was held in the gate.
Correct. Spotted the field, and even after that, still ran a nice even race. So I want to see this horse get out smoother, which I expect to happen. It's just a rarity. It's not one of those.
Oh, it was a rarity that happened in Nickety Split. Usually the horse is good in the starting gate. Just was one of those wild things. Turned her head right at the last second, and the gate hand was unable to release it and get her head straight as they did pop, and that's why the refund.
Yeah, absolutely. Lightly raced again compared to some of the other ones in here. Again, more upside. I just thought maybe this one ran the 2 turns a couple times, maybe that much better, and maybe today's the day. 7-5-2, and you've got the 3.
Yeah, I've added number 3, Zabibo. This horse has been on the improve in the last 3 starts. Ran a good second Unknown Caller, who did come back to win in the non-2-life condition. And then Zabibo took care of Rugged Rooster and ran a really good race in there. But it was that last start against Linda's Map and Mineral Rights. Zabibo stalked, made that move down the lane, and tried every step of the way, only to run out of ground. Could have ran second in there. So I think the horse is improving with distance. So I'm going to give you 7-2-3. Now we're going to carry on to race number 4. We have our $10,000 claimer from Manitoba, Saskatchewan, North and South Dakota breds, 3 and up that are maidens. They're going to go 6 furlongs, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering stretch. Who do you like in here?
All right. I don't think we'll have a horse under $4 today in this race, don't you?
I don't think they're all going to be about the same in here.
I agree.
I don't see anybody being $4. I see them all being $5 in here.
Yeah. The morning line is listed 7-5 on my top selection. I think that's the right one, somewhere between the 480, 520 price. Yeah, I watched the replay. This horse had a decent first start for the level. Was close.
Great start. It's a little bit of a Z pattern.
Exactly right. It was close early, drop back, and finished with a nice gallop out. Thought maybe the horse was a little bit green. I really liked the gallop out to finish it off. Was past the winner just around the turn. Seemed like the horse had extra pony. So you may want to use it during the race this time and not save it for the end. Anyway, I expect an improvement off that effort. And if that happens, certainly get there on the second start where there is, again, upside.
Yeah, the other one I like, number 6, Dreaming Out Loud. Dreaming Out Loud was scratched last time out. They couldn't get the horse into the starting gate. Yeah. But if they get this horse into the gate, well, it is the speed of the race. Battled it out with Cyberstorm and Maybe So. Was 3 wide every step and ended up tiring in the end. Maybe So did come back to win with the greatest of ease at 1-9 on the board. So Dreaming Out Loud with this drop in class into the breeds. Yeah, she is against some boys in here, but I think she is going to get an easy lead. And if she could slow it down early and then speed it up for the last 3/8, I think she has a big shot of wiring this field.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I like both of my top selections. The only thing I wondered why this horse would finish second for maiden special weight, then got dropped to the claiming ranks after such a good effort. Do you know if because they
because the girls hasn't gone in a long time and they've had to run against the boys. So you got to pick your spot. You got to take the drop and try and run where you can
win. Yeah, that's fair.
Just where you can run.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's good at it. I agree with you completely. I used the 4 as my third selection, your second selection. This horse cuts back after a good race for this level. Now it's probably going to stalk because I do agree with you. The 6 is probably going to the lead. 13, maybe 13 is the lucky number for this one. You kind of know what you get.
Yeah, no doubt. You get one little late run.
Yeah, and if my top 2 don't really improve, maybe it's this time the 4 finally gets the win. But for me, it's more of an exactor or a try play. 5, 6, and 4.
And I'm 6, 4, and 5. Now we're going to carry on to race number 5, a $5,500 claimer for 3-year-olds and up. They're going to go 6 furlong stretch, and this is a great leg for all.
Yes, it is. I have this as probably the best betting race of the card singularly on that because it is 5 will probably be the favorite in here, but probably
should be.
I don't expect less than $5. Maybe no. There's just too many. Yeah,
too many angles.
There is too many angles, and there's so much competition and so many of them are running quite well. It is my top pick. It's certainly not a key. It makes a slight claiming price drop, but a bigger class drop. We've seen this. Beat Upstriker was a stakes-placed horse at the start of the meet. That's big. This horse has been competitive at higher levels. I think, yes, the horse does come right back. This horse can run a stalking trip because I think there's some outside speed. And certainly win back-to-back.
Yeah, definitely Bandera will be tough in here. I end up going to number 4, Please the Court. This horse ran absolutely huge 2 outs ago against a horse, Best of Greeley, who's an absolute win machine at the $5,500 level. Best of Greeley was in this race, probably would be about the $5 horse. Ended up going off at, $350 last time out and won rather easily. But Please the Court ran 5.5 furlongs. Took a while to kick it in on the outside, but when it did, it blew on past Gallon Oak. Now gets an extra half a furlong. I think this is one of those horses that is absolutely on the improve.
Oh, completely. And a good point on that extra half is only going to help because that
definitely
was a solid move. I certainly didn't leave that horse out. I've got the 2, Mr. Dazzle. I was impressed last time out because this horse had the wide trip. The 2-back was along the rail and rushed up the rail. I like that. It's just a nice, good stalking trip. This horse has the class. The back class has been right there. Constantly, figures are there. It's all of our horses up there certainly can win it. That's how competitive it is. I had to put my numbers in there, so let's go Mr. Dazzle in second.
Yeah, and also I used number 8, It's a Fluke. They're adding blinkers on today, was claimed for $7,500, and now drops in for $5,500. This is the predominant speed of the race. There is other horses that can show speed in here. Give It's a Fluke grief, but it's battled out with some really good ones. So if It's a Fluke, maybe with the blinkers on today, reverses its fortune, I think this one is a great long shot to try and steal it.
Yeah, and my long shot is along the rail. This horse has been a money burner the last few, including mine. 3 of the last 4 on favorites. Now cuts back. Everybody's jumping ship. I'm not going to completely jump ship.
How many times has it run 6 furlongs?
Well, not how many? Have you looked?
Once. The first lifetime start, 5th beaten 10. The winner won by 6. So it wasn't a bad race at all for Doc Higgins, but I just don't know if he's a sprinter.
Well, I agree with you.
And you're taking a shot on one like this, but this is one that'll pay $30.
That's the only reason. If this horse is anywhere close to $6, I'm not even mentioning it, but it's just one of those everybody's jumping ship. Was $4 last start, now 20 or 30. Had to include it. 5-2-1 in a wide open race.
And I'm 4-5-8. Now we're going to carry on to race number 6, a $4,000 claimer for 3-year-olds and up that are non-winners of the year or non-4 lifers. They're going to go 6 furlongs. What about this one, Stretch?
Yeah, certainly another tricky race for me. Don't really completely trust anybody in here.
Either do I.
Yeah, I did like Olympic Legend last time because 2 starts ago they rated the horse, tried something. Last time out, kind of stalked on the outside and make a nice move, battled and kind of took over. I think the same thing potentially could happen. Horse comes right back, and that's just it. They're all kind of on the fringes. Who's running well? I know this one's running well, so that's why I'm using that as, again, not a key, but my top selection.
The only reason I didn't use him is last time there wasn't very much speed in here. There is way more tactical speed in here, kind of who's going to use it. So I think Olympic Legend might just be battling too hard. So I went to number 4, Anano Caro. 2 outs ago, this horse almost fooled everyone and did beat number 5, Olympic Legend, losing by a narrow neck in a perfect stalking trip. Last time out, 10 for the big guy, ended up going wire to wire, ran 7th, looks horrible, but only got beat by 3.5 lengths. Now gets the regular rider back on. I expect the horse to improve, and if it only proves a couple lengths, well, that would have been second in that race. So I think this is a great long shot today.
Yeah, good call. Let's go to the one along the rail. This horse just won the non-3 lifetime, but the horse has also won 2 races this year, where some of them haven't even won a race, I believe, is, your horse.
Yeah.
Hasn't won a horse race.
That's okay. It was also running for allowance.
I know that. I know that.
Wow.
That was just, anyway, I just think that this time of year, again, horses that are on the improve are winning, are still sharp. The other ones are trying to find their level. Again, wide open race, had to use that one.
Yeah, number 3, Will the Thrill. This horse had a win, winning for the non-winners of the year, and then chewed up money in the next 2 starts when it went 5.5 and 7.5 furlongs. I think 5.5 is just a little bit too short for this horse. It did win at 7, but now gets to go 6 furlongs, had some time off in between races, a freshened up work, and the way this horse was running early definitely belongs in here, and it'll be a perfect stalking trip.
Yeah, and we've both got the 2, the Bear. This horse was claimed in the last 2 starts, always a good sign because everybody wants this horse. I lost to a couple good ones, dropped usually close to the pace, might just be in the right spot. If there is that battle, this horse can show speed as well. It'll be depending on what they decide to do. Wide open, 5, 1, and 2.
And any of those top 3 horses that beat Exotic's Bear would be closer to the 2 to 5 variety at post time. So I'm giving you 4, 2, and 3. Now we're going to carry on to race number 7, a $5,000 claimer for 3-year-olds and up that are non-2 lifers. They're going to go a mile stretch. Looks like another not massive favorite, but it will be even money-ish.
Yeah, I thought maybe even lower. I'm trying to.
Well, could be.
But it's still 4th big, and again, we've got the same top selection and 4 other horses underneath this. This horse, for me, is just running so good, going totally 2 turns. That's my biggest concern. Why the drop? Because if this horse runs back to the last few races, this horse wins for fun. If you're not worried about the drop, it's a prime play. What's your feeling?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're dropping just to get the win because they did claim the horse for $7,500. They won that maiden allowance race. That was worth $12,000, so that's $5,000 profit. Banged on the door a couple times. If you win and lose it, you're going to make like $13,000 profit. That sounds good to me. What about you, Stretch?
Yeah, no, that's
like an extra $13,000 kicking around?
Absolutely. No, that's a good call.
I'm just doing horse racing math.
I like the horse racing math, and that's where sometimes you have to figure out that on that for sure. I'll talk about the 6. I thought if the 2 doesn't fire, because as both Kirt and I think that that's the top winner, this horse is the one that potentially could win it. A couple starts over the track. Last time out made a late close, and I thought just simply ran out of ground. Now gets the mile. I think that's going to help. And for me, it's the second best.
And lost to 2 horses dropping in from 10,000 on
yes.
2. I like number 8, No, I Won't Back Down. Ran a great race last time out. That was a winning race. Unfortunately, Zen State was in there, and Zen State ended up blowing on by in the final strides. But this horse has been improving in its last 3 starts, and again has that running style to stalk and pounce. And if Gopher goes to the lead, takes care of all the other speed, no, I won't back down, definitely will be a good price in here.
For sure. I'm glad who it was. No, I won't back down, because it was waiting for Zen State, which I might have even cheered in that race for Zen State to get up. So I appreciate that one. I took a long shot, as I believe you took. Well, you took your No Magic, of course.
That's no long shot.
That isn't a long shot. My 7 is a long shot. Very flat effort last time.
I'm done with this thing.
Was off a month.
Yeah, okay.
Curtis dropped ship.
ship.
Antonio picks up the mount. Take a look. This is your angle.
Yeah, he knows it best.
He does know it best. Beaten favorite last time.
Too much of my money.
That's fair. At least 10-1. 2, 6, and 7 in a nice try, because Kurt's going to leave the 7 out and not get it. Go ahead on your 4.
And I'm going to throw in No Magic. I really liked that race last time out. No Magic likes to run on the front end and battle it out all the way to the wire. Last time out, had no part of the lead, but I just liked the way he fought every step of the way and was fighting right to the end to grab that nice third-place finish behind Zen State and No, I Won't Back Down. So I'm going to give you 2, 8, and 4. Good luck with all your wagers this evening, and I'll be right back with the changes on this evening's Carter Racing. And if everybody can get their pens and programs ready, here are the changes on this evening's 7-race Carter Racing. Turning your programs to race number 1, scratch number 3, Clouds in My Coffee. Also scratch number 4, Odd Man Rush. The owner for number 5, In Placer Show, should read Tom Boyko. Now turning your programs to race number 2, the Metachan Race, Just the Lone Overweight. Now turning your programs to race number 3, our featured race on the card. It's the Distaff Stakes, kicking off Jackpot Pick 5 wagering. Just some overweights. The Jackpot Pick 5 carryover, just over $147,000. Now turning your programs to race number 4, the Evanov Communications Night at the Races, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering. Again, just some overweights. Now turning your programs to race number 5, our VIP Fan of the Night race, just a couple of overweights. Now turning your programs to race number 6, our first of 2 classic high 5 races. There are no changes. Now turning your programs to race number 7, our other classic high 5 race, just the lone overweight. What an absolute gorgeous day for racing here in Winnipeg. That's how I look usually on Monday morning when I'm coming into work and, got the scruff going on because I like to be nicely shaven for the races.
Absolutely.
But I don't think I get that scruffy.
I don't think mine.
What about you?
Mine wouldn't be blonde. But,
No?
no. Anyway.
Okay. Under mainly sunny skies, the temperature 22 degrees Celsius or 71 Fahrenheit. Light wind out of the northeast at 17 kilometers an hour or 11 miles an hour. And the track is listed as fast. A fast racetrack for this evening's 7-race Carter Racing. We're going to kick it off right here in race number 1. That goes to post in 14 minutes. And be sure to enter your name for a chance to be our VIP Fan of the Night. Ballots are available in the lobby. If your name is drawn, you're going to get the VIP treatment, including a $25 wagering voucher. You're going to get an ASD t-shirt. You're going to get an ASD ball cap, autographed by myself and Stretch. You're going to come up to the press box, watch me call a race, then go visit the horses in the paddock, and then it's off to the winner's circle to get a framed photo with the winning horse. And if you're new to racing, make sure you stop by and see Shannon and Brad at the Fan Education Center, located on the main floor. It's also the place to open a free HPIBet.com account so you can bet the races right from your phone. Even better, if you open a new account and wager $100, you're going to get $100 in bonus money. Have a great evening of racing. And welcome down to the paddock for race number 1. We're going to kick off the week of racing with an allowance race for Manitoba, Saskatchewan, North to South Dakota bred 2-year-olds that are maidens. They're going to go 5.5 furlongs. scratch the 3 Clouds of My Coffee, scratch the 4 Odd Man Rush, and number 5 Vin Place or Show. The ownership should read Tom Boyko. Stretch, big favorite here in the first.
Yeah, it only makes sense. We got Julia on camera again today, so she'll be helping us out, which she always does. This horse has showed a couple of very nice races. It's just unfortunately who she's had to run against, or he's had to run against, who we're going to see in the big stake race tomorrow.
Oh, you betcha.
That first race is solid. Just chased it and then just couldn't keep up. This horse is on the improve. Last time went 6 furlongs, cuts back. I think a similar effort puts this horse in the winner's circle.
Well, only 3 lengths out of second money, too, even though it looks bad. Also, look at number 5, Vin Place or Show. This one has 2 full siblings. One of them, Not Afraid, a winner in 12 out of 24 starts. Absolute speedball. The other one, I'm a Zapper, too, who, well, wasn't quite zappy enough to break the maiden. So which one is going to show up? That's just, we're going to find out as they run. Doesn't have the flashy morning workouts, but Carl Anderson, he doesn't like to show too much in the mornings, but definitely looking good in the paddock.
Yeah, a good point about Carl, and that's what all trainers have different philosophies of going fast or how they work it. I use the 6 as the second. I like that 5 furlong work, 2 back. That always tells me this horse is in shape, ready to go. They're going 5.5. That'll make a difference.
And the 6 has 1 half sibling. That is still a maiden. That's Haggis, who started at 3 in the Brent Rymack barn. And number 1, Sister Francis, kind of being overlooked in here, but has experience. And that is absolutely huge with 2-year-olds. Maybe the other ones are going to be awestruck out there. While Sister Francis, yeah, she hasn't done so well in her last few starts, but at least she knows what's going on. So if she breaks out of the gate, just follows the 2 around, might be able to get a good exactor. But I got 2, 6, and 5, so Stretch. Let's go to our wagers here in race 1. What do you have?
Yeah, we bet it a couple ways. I get 2 bets, just a $20 exactor, 2 and 4. And
exactor,
then,
double.
I'm sorry. I was just
well,
saying if you're paying.
My exactor.
I was.
Stop peeking at my bets.
$20 double, 2 and 4. And then why not finish it off with a $10 pick 3, 2, 4, and 7? If it's chalk, it won't pay that much. That's why I have a little bit bigger bet.
And I'm going to go a $20 exactor, 2 and 6. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 1. We'll see you back for race 2. The horses are on the track for race number 1. They're going to go 5.5 furlongs for $20,000. Number 1 is Sister Francis, owned by Larry Falloon and McLaren Racing, trained by Stephen Gaskin with Lenny Secherin. Number 2 is Silver Spiced, owned by Railside Stable John Gannis and Jared Brown, trained by Jared Brown with Neville Stevenson. Number 3, Clouds of My Coffee, was scratched. Also scratched number 4, Odd Man Rush. Number 5 is Vin Place or Show, owned by Tom Boyko, trained by Carl Anderson with Javaniel Patterson. Rounding out the field is number 6, Category 1, owned by Gerald Pabchishin, trained by Mike Taphorn with Matthew Bennett. Rolling doubles and rolling pick 3s here in race number 1. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
right, here we go. Kicking it off with 5.5 furlongs, 2-year-olds, 3 girls, 1 boy. We've got the 2 horse that has shown a lot already in the racing, showing good speed, running against a superstar in Midnight Mighty Mickey. That horse is just a little bit too good, but this horse can show speed, should show speed, and should win this race unless one of the other ones really step it up. I chose the 6 because this horse was working out in the morning, a little bit longer workouts, and that's going to help keep the stamina to the end. The 5 has steady workouts. That's my 3rd selection. It's interesting. 2-year-olds always a bit of a guess. 265. Kirt.
Yeah, Stretch, I'm with you on number 2, Silver Spice. Had to run into Mighty Mikey in those 2 starts, who looks like a very special Manitoba bred that just rattled down there last time out. I expect Silver Spice to go to the lead in here. I also like number 6, Category 1. That 5 furlong work on August the 20th is a nice standout work, and then freshened up in the starting gate with the breezing gate work, meaning they did it really easy. So I'm going to put it in second. I'm going to round it out with number 5, Vin Placer Show. That has 1 brother, a full brother. That is a monster. Another one, well, the exact opposite. So I'm going to give you 2, 6, and 5. Good luck here in race number 1.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. It's post time. Huh.
Sister Frances, she's the first one into the starting gate. Silver Spice, the 2-5 favorite, now moves in. Just 2 left to load. Then Placer Show. And now just waiting on Category 1. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. From the far outside, Category 1. Flashing good early speed to the inside. Here comes Silver Spice to challenge. Settled back in third, Sister Francis and Vin Placer Shell will be the early trailer. Silver Spice and Category 1 battling it out on the front end and opening up 8 lengths on Sister Francis and Vin Placer Show. Sister Francis has the lead by half a length, but the pressure's still there. Category 1 on the outside seems to have more to offer. Trying to rally from the back. Vin Placer Show and Sister Francis the trailer. They hit the head of the lane, and it's Sister Francis, Category 1. These two from the onset battling it out, but now Silver Spiced is just going to be too good in here. Silver Spice is going to win by 3. Category 1 in second, Vin Placer Show in third, and Sister Francis rounds out the top 4. The Stewards have posted number 2, Silver Spiced, as your race winner. Second goes to number 6, Category 1. Third to number 5, Vin Placer Show. And fourth to number 1, Sister Francis. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 1, that's number 2, Silver Spiced. Silver Spice is a grey roan gelding, 2 years old, by Speculating, out of the mare Pillow Book by Maria's Mon. Owned by Railside Stable John Gannis and Jared Brown, trained by Jared Brown, and ridden to victory by Neville Stevenson. Number 2, Silver Spice, is proudly bred right here in Manitoba by Cam and Cherise Ziprick. Also, number 2, Silver Spice, was a CTHS sales grad, and upon this maiden-breaking win, will receive a blanket presentation on behalf of the CTHS Manitoba. Race 1 is official in the upcoming second race. The Medichin race. There are no changes. Post time for race number 2, 14 minutes away. Assiniboia Downs has a 50-50 draw that will take place each and every race night. Tonight's jackpot is currently $530 and growing. Tickets are 1 for 10, 10 for 20, 50 for 50, or 200 for $100. You can purchase your tickets at Guest Services, the VLT Cashier's Cage, from the designated roaming 50-50 ticket seller, or you can just go online at 5050.asdowns.com. The draw will take place at 10 p.m. tonight, and proceeds do benefit Final Furlong and the Winners Foundation. And take note that you do not need to be in attendance to win. You can just check our website at asdowns.com for the winning number. Also, don't forget to check out our 140 VLTs in our spacious Club West Gaming Lounge, located on the second level of the grandstand and open daily from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. And tonight and every race night, we will be drawing for $500 in cash at 11:30 p.m. during Crazy Hour in the VLT Lounge, and it's absolutely free to enter. And welcome back down the paddock for race number 2. We have a $5,000 claimer for Manitoba, Saskatchewan, North and South Dakota breds that are non-winners of the year or non-3 lifers. They're going to go 6 furlongs. Quick look back at race number 1. Wall Stretch, Silver Spice showed speed, but so did Category 1, the first-time starter. They battled it out for 5 furlongs, but the fitness came in the end, and Silver Spice went on to victory.
Absolutely. It was a good horse race, but that 5 furlong work just showed how long the 6 lasted in a pretty good battle. So let's keep it going. We've got another big favorite, bigger field, so maybe there's, turning for home, you thought maybe the 2 wasn't going to win. We'll find out.
Yeah, that kind of was a little scary for Neville Stevenson on the inside.
For sure, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Oh, the money just jumped on the a little bit more. Let's start with 4, Del Vecchio. This horse is dropping in class, substantially in competition, goes against the Saskatchewan and Manitoba breds. Are there any Saskatchewan? No, all Manitoba breds in this one. I think this horse just is here for a victory. Was in for 75 at the start of the year. That couldn't be claimed. Last year was in 75 and 65. This is his spot. He is 9 years old. Now he's in a spot that he can control the speed if he wants to, keep going, and get his first win in 2 years.
Yeah, for not getting any wins, has bankrolled already $15,000. Winning this one will add another $6,000 to that. I'm in agreement with you. I also like number 6, Kentucky Jake. While the 1 and the 2 are going to be forwardly placed in here, Kentucky Jake has run a bunch of good races from off the pace. Last time out was against Caranthos and Brinson. Brinson came back to win the allowance non-2 lifer, and Caranthos won its previous start, was disqualified. So that was a really tough race for Kentucky Jake. Has been chewing up a bit of money, but been beaten by good horses. I'm expecting this one to make a late rally to get a big piece of things.
Yeah. I know you talked about forwardly placed. I don't disagree with you on the 2. This horse can sit just off, and if Del Vecchio gets the lead, which I think he should.
Oh, he definitely should.
And so therefore the 2's going to have to chase. If Siobhan decides, let's just rate and try to keep second, that's how this horse can be there. 5 to win. I don't know about the win, but certainly the horse that has most likely to improve because it's so lightly raced.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Also look at number 5, Diane's Wish. One of the 2 girls against 5 boys in here. Diane's Wish last time out was beaten by Imperial Hornet and Colonel Clink. Had a little bit of trouble at the start. 3 outs ago, I like that race also against the boys. 3rd by 4 to Ace High Royal and Dragon Drew. Dragon Drew came back to win. They're adding blinkers on today. And if you do look down when this horse did wear blinkers, does have a win and a couple seconds. So definitely outrun those odds of 23 to 1.
Yeah, and along the rail at 17 to 1, Silver Jaguar has had an okay season, 3 of 5 in the money. Has been right there. Last time pressed on the outside and then faded. I thought this horse could get a dream trip along the rail and maybe grab a share.
And the other girl, Cavour, the 3 horse, ran a big race last time out. Tipsy at the bar, ended up going wire to wire. Waiting by the Nile was the big favorite. So that was a tough race for Cavour. Hits easier in here outside of Del Vecchio. So Cavour's best race, definitely good enough for top 3.
Yeah, and the outside horse 7 cuts back in distance. I like that this horse can make a late close and certainly make it pay on your try. It's all a bit of a guess on who's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. At least for me anyway, this is how it could pay.
All right, let's go to our wagers here in race 2, Stretch. What do you have?
I haven't used this too often.
Oh,
but
look at that.
A $1 try, 4. If the 4 wins, it does not matter. Bring in some long shots, all, $30.
And myself, I'm going 4, 6 all, 4 all 6. Those are $5 each, but I'm going to double it up for $2. Make them 10 each for 20. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 2. We'll see you back for race 3, our featured race, the Distaff Stakes. The horse are on the track for race number 2, the Medichan race. They're going to go 6 furlongs for $10,000. Number 1 is Silver Jaguar, owned by Meadow McLean and Mike Taphorn, trained by Mike Taphorn with Neville Stevenson. Number 2 is Rugged Rooster, owned by Dr. Betty Hughes, trained by Devin Gittins with Siobhan Bell. Number 3 is Cavour, owned by Hetty Kling, trained by Maria Stanford with Roger Hewitt. Number 4 is Del Vecchio, owned by Karen Bjarnson, trained by Tom Gardaby Jr. with Sachin Paris. Number 5 is Diane's Wish, owned and trained by Carmen Mustard with Siobhan Townsend. Number 6 is Kentucky Jake, owned by Mama Daly Stable, trained by Fred Rawson with Antonio Whitehall. Rounding out the field is number 7, Pickin' Riffs, owned by Jay Goy Racing, trained by Carl Anderson with Javaniel Patterson. The Medichan race, here in race number 2, they'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
We've got 5 boys, 2 girls, all from Manitoba, going 6 furlongs. We've got another big favorite. That's the 4, Del Vecchio. Hasn't won in a couple years, but just been racing too tough. Now drops to a level that I think he can win. He's won a lot in the past. I think today is the day. Others that could come second or third. Let's take a look at the 2. Kind of on the reverse angle here. This horse is only 3 years old, has a big racing future ahead, keeps improving, certainly can complete that. And then along the rail at 8-1 is the 1. Should just sit close to the pace and try to run evenly and grab a share to complete your exactor or try. Let's go 4, 2, and 1. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I'm with you on number 4, Del Vecchio. This is a monster plummeting class. Will be on the front end in here, has that good early speed. I think it's the one that they have to catch. I also like number 6, Kentucky Jake. Has a good running style. Everybody else is going to be chasing Del Vecchio on the inside. I think Kentucky Jake is just going to sit back, make one late run, giving him a big shot at the top 3, and add in number 5, Diane's Wish. Gets blinkers on today. Did really well with the blinkers at the end of last year and the beginning of this year with a win in 2 seconds. This horse has been testing tough open boys. I expect a big race at 15-1. I'm going to give you 4, 6, and 5. Good luck here in race number 2. It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. Silver Jaguar, first into the starting gate. Rugged Rooster also is in. Next up, here comes Cavor. Del Vecchio, the 1-2 favorite now in. Here comes Diane's Wish. Just 2 left to load. Kentucky Jake. And now just waiting on picking refs. Kentucky Jake backs away. Kentucky Jake will get a little extra help from the gate crew. Kentucky Jake once again backs away. Front gates are going to open for Kentucky Jake. Once he's in, the front gates will be closed. And now just waiting on picking refs. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. From the far outside, picking refs away well, as is Del Vecchio in between horses. Silver Jaguar, gun to the early lead. Now to hook up with Del Vecchio. Settle back in third, Cavor. In between horses, Diane's Wish. Picking refs 3 wide, then Kentucky Jake. And the trailer will be Rugged Rooster, who's about 7 off of it. The battle on the front, Silver Jaguar and Del Vecchio nose and nose. They've opened up 5 lengths on the field. Picking refs back to third. Rugged Rooster moving up in fourth. Then it's Kentucky Jake, Diane's Wish, and the trailer Cavor. They hit the head of the lane. Silver Jaguar and Del Vecchio. These two been battling it out from the start. Now Del Vecchio is finding more and going on by Del Vecchio. Carrying on and is going to win by 2. Second best, Silver Jaguar. Third's going to go to Rugged Rooster, and fourth to Pickin' Refs. The stewards are posted number 4, Del Vecchio, as your race winner. Second goes to number 1, Silver Jaguar. A photograph has been called to determine the show position. Results of the photo show number 2, Rugged Rooster, finishing third. Fourth goes to number 7, Pickin' Refs. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner of the Medichan race, that's number 4, Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio is a big gelding, 9 years old, by Where's the Ring of the mare Briar Flash by Hurricane Center. Owned by Karen Bjarnson, trained by Tom Gardaby Jr., and ridden to victory by Sachin Paris. Race 2 is official in the upcoming third race. Kicking off Jackpot Pick 5 Wagering. It's our featured race, the 30th running of the Distaff Stakes for fillies and mares 3 and up. Manitoba, Saskatchewan foals. There are no changes, but we will carry on with the rest of the changes in this evening's Pick 5. No changes in race 4, 5, 6, or 7. Jackpot Pick 5, the carryover, just under $150,000 for the Distaff Stakes. They'll go to post in 14 minutes. And don't forget to explore the 140 VLTs in our Club West Gaming Lounge, located on the second level of the grandstand and open daily from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. And remember, we do have a $500 Crazy Hour free cash draw that will take place at 11:30 p.m. each and every race night. And after today, only 10 days of live racing remain in the 2025 season. Join us Tuesdays and Wednesdays, plus a special Monday card, the last one on September the 15th. Post time 7:30 p.m. Don't miss your chance to do the downs. Ladies and gentlemen, turning your programs back to race number 2, we had a claim to report. Claim for $5,000 was your race winner, number 4, Del Vecchio, claimed by A2 Thoroughbreds, trainer Michael Nault. And welcome back down the paddock for race number 3, our featured race, the 30th running of the Distaff Stakes for older fillies and mares. Manitoba and Saskatchewan foals tackling the mile stretch. Quick look back at race number 2. Well, Del Vecchio powered it out on the front end with Silver Jaguar, but in the end, the class proved best.
It absolutely, I think that was Silver Jaguar's best race of the year.
I agree with you there.
Hopefully comes back pretty good because I'll get him next time. A good race, even though the favorite won it, but battled in the stretch to the end. We've had back-to-back races. We've got the 7 horses, both of our top selection. Don't get confused. The horse will not be going off at 7-2 at post time. You can cut that quite a bit.
Well, if it does, Stretch, where's the nearest ATM?
Absolutely. That would be an overlay. Doesn't mean the horse is going to win. It's just you're getting better value than that. She has won 2 races this year. She's got 10 lifetime here at ASD and 21 starts. She's 4 of 8 at the distance. She likes the 2 turns. She's won at all the different distances. She's beaten the boys already. She can have a stalking trip. So a workout coming in. Race goes through her.
Oh, no doubt about it. She won 6 out of 7 starts last year. The only blemish was the matron against the top horses on the grounds over a sloppy racetrack. Also, take a look at number 2, Island High. This could be the speed of the race. Last time it went 7.5 furlongs. It was against Marvelous Lady, who at that level, you just couldn't beat her. But she ran so good and took a shot at her late and then ended up tiring. She just might be able to get some loose early fractions, slow it down, and maybe just go a real long way.
Yeah, and she was actually one of the ones I considered as maybe an upset in there. I just happen to have it in third, but I'm with you. I went back to the 5. This horse looks like it wasn't a very good race last time, but this horse spotted the horses a few lengths and then just ran evenly. It was a right move by the jockey just to kind of run after the debacle at the start. The other races are very good. I think this horse is sitting close. It can go to the lead, come off, but with Island High, this horse might just get a dream stalking trip, try to take a late run.
Also, look at number 3, Zabibo. Has been really getting it going after dropping from the allowance and on 2 lifers. Ran a good second to Unknown Caller, who won the race at 10-2 and then came right back to win. Then beat Rugged Rooster in the Manitoba bred non-2 lifer. Rugged Rooster came back to win, but ran so good at the first level allowance last time out. I think this horse just needs a little bit of ground and is going to get it today. The Mom Colorino loved the route of ground. So Zabibo, I think, has a big shot now that they're going a little farther the mile.
For sure. Let's take a look at the 1. And you see that this horse went to the lead last time. I believe, were you calling it a walking pace or a dawdling pace?
Oh, that's what they were walking last time.
So understand fractions, and that's the key. This horse will be stalking just off the pace. If they go, let's say, even 50, that would put this horse 5 lengths back. I think this horse can sit just off. Likes to run seconds a lot because who? Loses kind of to Mechanic Susie, and he even Catch the Dream, but could get the right trip.
And number 4, Catch the Dream, has been a little bit of a disappointment in the last 2 after running a huge second troubled trip 3 outs ago. Last 2 times, wasn't able to show that big late kick and was beaten by number 3, Zabibo, in that last start rather handily by 3 lengths. But Catch a Dream has tested Mechanic Susie many times last year, and he was usually the bridesmaid, so you're getting a bargain at 13-1.
Yeah, and the 6 horse, similar to the 1, tried to was kind of on the lead, but this horse is better just off the pace. I like that the horse has been around the 2 turns a few times, could again get that trip. Going off at 4-1, I don't like the price. I think this horse should be a little bit higher to complete the exactor.
And number 8, Russian Pearl, tested Mechanic Susie in the distaff last year, was beaten by Catch the Dream, Dazzling Gold, and Mechanic Susie in the end after battling it out on the front end. Don't expect to see Russian Pearl on the front, but will be forwardly placed, making it a real interesting race. Okay, Stretch, let's go to our bets in race number 3. Jackpot pick 5 time. What do you have?
I decided to go on a different angle. No keys. I don't usually like doing that, but I took a second and third choice in all the big favorite races. So I took 2, 5, and 7 with 5, 6 with the bunch, with 1, 5 with 2, 6. If I got 2 or 3 of those favorites beat, maybe the 164,000's coming my way.
Yeah, that is possible, but I did take the favorites. I took the 7 in here with the 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and keyed the 2 in the end. That's only a $9.60 ticket, but I made it a 40 center for $19.20. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 3, and we'll see you back for race 4, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering. Assiniboia Downs is proud to present our featured race here in race number 3. It's the 30th running of the Distaff Stakes for fillies and mares, 3 and up, Manitoba and Saskatchewan foals. They're going to go 1 mile for $40,000. Number 1 is Dazzling Gold, owned by A2 Thoroughbreds, trained by Michael Nault with Demario Bino. Number 2 is Island High, owned by Arneson Farms, trained by Lise Pruitt with Sven Balrup. Number 3 is Zabibo, owned by Dr. Ross and Brenda McKeag, trained by Carl Anderson with Javanil Patterson. Number 4 is Catch the Dream, owned by Greenlaw Farms, trained by Carl Anderson with Siobhan Townsend. Number 5 is Nickety Split, owned by Jerry Lambert and Lynn Matthews, trained by Tom Gardapi Jr. with Rashad Knights. Number 6 is Commando's Last Dance, owned by Bison Stable, trained by Devin Gittins with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Number 7 is Mechanic Susie, owned by Tom Payne, Larry Falloon, and Elton Dickey, trained by Elton Dickey with Antonio Whitehall. Rounding out our feature field is number 8, Russian Pearl, owned by Larry Falloon and Stephen Gaskin, trained by Stephen Gaskin with Lenny Sitcharin. Following the running of the Distaff Stakes, Assiniboia Downs is very pleased to have on hand CTHS Director Frank Johnson to make a presentation to the winning connections. Post time for race number 3, approximately 4 minutes away. Owned by Christy Desjarlais, trained by Ryan Desjarlais with Matthew Bennett. Number 6 is Dreaming Out Loud, owned by Dark Cloud Racing, trained by Judy Hunter with Rashad Knights. Rounding out the field is number 7, Pleasant Time, owned and trained by Steve Thompson with Siobhan Bell. The Evan Open Company now drops in against Strictly Breed, so a big shot in here. I'm going to give you 6, 4, and 5. Good luck here in race number 4. Mila Maria, the first one into the starting gate. Next up, Sundance Sally. Just speculating, set to go in. Here comes Not True. Front gates are open for I'm a Jaw Dropper, the Kirt 7-5 favorite. Just 2 left to load. Dreaming Out Loud. And now just waiting on Pleasant Time. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. Stumbling a bit at the start was Mila Maria. From the middle of the track, that's I'm a Jaw Dropper. And to the outside now, Dreaming Out Loud will take over the lead rather easily by 2 lengths. Just speculating, getting dragged up close. Race 4 is official in the upcoming 5th race. Our VIP fan of And welcome back down the paddock for race number 5. We have a $5,500 claimer for the boys, 3 and up. They're going to go 6 furlongs. Quick look back at race number 4. While just speculating and dreaming out loud, they were battling it out to the 16th pole. And then I'm a jaw dropper. Just did that. Drop some jaws. If you bet on the 6, dreaming out loud like me, just nailed him at the wire in a great ride by Matthew Bennett.
Yeah, got up just in time. It was close. It shows you that speed is carrying farther because the 3 and the 6 were battling the entire step. Last week, they probably would have lost by a length or 2 with the horse getting up. We've seen it all day long. So pay attention to that for the last 3 races.
All right, the breeds are over. Now it's the open horses, 4 straight breed races. Stretching, what a race this is.
No kidding. We will obviously.
I don't know if I like my Please the Court as much, but yeah, I'm still sticking.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
I'll start. Julia, let's find the 5 in there. This horse can go to the lead or come just off. There is some outside speed in this race. I think Bandera, Siobhan can decide what he wants to do. Nice race last time against Upstriker. Made a nice move and held off Upstriker. 2 starts ago, battled every step of the way against some solid horses in there. So, a versatile horse. Could just get the trip. Might just be a little bit better than these if he runs his top race.
Yeah, I went to number 4, Please the Court. First time out. This horse never got out of the gate, but made a really good late run down the lane, which made both of us like this horse in the comeback race. But had the lead, and then Besta Greeley just went by. Besta Greeley has since also come back to win Please the Court. Got the win last time out when Gallen Oak grabbed the lead at the head of the lane, opened up on the field, but Please the Court won going away. And that was only 5.5 furlongs. I really like this horse at 6 furlongs. And it doesn't sit far away, which you can't be too far away today, so lots of things to like.
Agree.
Especially the price.
That was an eye-open move in the last 16th. I don't like when this horse goes to the lead like it did 2 back. If it sits back, watch out. Let's go to the 2. Mr. Dazzle has been running very well all year. He seems to always just run well, but this year especially, showed some speed 2 back along the rail. Last time was wide. Think now from outside to inside, might just get a dream trip, sit behind a battle and kind of make that move. Getting 6-1, I think that's the fair price. Certainly belongs in here.
Yeah, and gets a different rider today in Javanil Patterson. Also take a look at number 8, It's a Fluke, was claimed for $7,500 in its last start. Has showed speed in every outing here at the Downs. They had blinkers on today. They have a nice workout coming in 36-3, a rather fast one going 3 furlongs, and they drop from 75 to 55. The way the track is playing right now to these speed horses, might want to take a second look at this one, currently 10-1.
Yeah, that is a good, very good points. I went to the 1. We had a discussion on ASD Live about this horse not going only 1 start going 6 furlongs. First of all, I don't like 4-1. I will not be backing it at 4-1. Morning line's 12-1. I thought that was about the right price. The figures are there. It's burned our money already this year a couple times. I'm happy that Kirt's jumped ship because we've seen over the years what happens when he does that. I get to cash tickets. So just a heads up on that one. The horse shouldn't be on the lead. He's more mile speed. But if can handle the 1 turn, certainly can be there.
And number 6, Gallen Oak, also big odds at 17-1. This horse is a bridesmaid, loves running second, 27 starts here at the Downs, 3 wins, 3 thirds, 12 seconds. Most of those were at the first level allowance, optional 12.5. So Gallen Oak last time out, this horse made a power move coming out of the turn into the lane, opened up, and then was caught by the 4, Please the Court, really late. But Gallen Oak, even though it is jumping back up in here to the 55, definitely worth a second look.
Yeah, take a look at the 3, 12-1. Last race was a better than looked race. That was some very good horses in there. Stakes placed horses, and then just faded. Kind of was off 6 weeks. I think this horse is going to, on the improved drops in class, has the ability to certainly be there on his top race.
And number 7, Rochester's Finest. This horse is coming by way of Chippewa and Fargo. Has a good year going. 10 times in the money in 13 starts. Loves running first or second. Definitely this horse can fit well with the running style.
Yeah, and the horse that's won back-to-back is the 9, is moving up in class. Beat the non-3, non-4, is a speed horse, is sharp right now. It's going to be extra sharp to try to get the victory, but I do like horses that win a bunch of races for a lifetime already. Might get the trip, could be in the try just because the horse is running so well.
All right, let's go to our wagers here in race 5. Stretch, what do you have?
Just a simple bet here. I do like your 4. Let's see how the track plays. $3 exacta box, 1, 2, and 5.
And I'm just going to go 40 to place on the 4. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 5. We'll see you back for race 6. Classic High 5 wagering. The horses are on the track for race number 5, our VIP Fan of the Night race. They're going to go 6 furlongs for $13,200. Number 1 is Doc Higgins, owned by Final Stable, trained by Curtis Maxwell with Dario Dalrymple. Number 2 is Mr. Dazzle, owned by Hearthstone Stable, trained by Victoria Morse with Javanil Patterson. Number 3 is McEwen, owned by Tom Payne, Bet Holtman, and Oslam Bell, trained by Steve Copeland Jr. with Sven Balrog. Number 4 is Please the Court, owned by Wind Dancer Stable and Norm Suderman, trained by Wendy Anderson with Demario Bino. Number 5 is Bandera Azteca, owned by the Assiniboia Racing Club, trained by Devin Gittins with Siobhan Bell. Number 6 is Gallant Oak, owned and trained by Monique Goulet with Rashad Knights. Number 7 is Rochester's Finest, owned by Perry Cavanaugh and Dale Henry, trained by Perry Cavanaugh with Sierra Pruitt. Number 8, It's a Fluke, owned and trained by Monique Goulet with Antonio Whitehall. Rounding out the field is number 9, 10 for the Big Guy, owned by Upendrath Ganala, Purple Rose Ranch, and Dave Marshall, and Doug Oliver, trained by Mike Pierce with Lenny Sicherin. Our VIP Fan of the Night race, here in race 5, they'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
The boys going 6 furlongs in a very competitive race. No big favorites in here. I am going to start with the 5. This horse won last week for a slightly higher claiming price. Stalked the pace, took over. Good effort, repeat effort certainly can be right there. The 2 horse, Mr. Dazzle, has been in the money all year long. Can go to lead, can sit off. I think today may just sit off and try to make a late run. And the 1 horse along the rail, hoping for a better price, hasn't been the 6 furlongs in a while. Let's see if this horse can handle it. Shouldn't be on the front end because it's a mile speed, but might get that trip and try to get better odds than we're at. 5, 2, and 1, Kirt.
Yeah, Stretch, I went to number 4, Please the Court. Has yet to run a bad race here. First time out, didn't get out of the starting gate. Then ran huge against Besta Greeley, who's been an absolute win machine. And last time out was able to rally and win, going 5.5. Now gets to go 6 furlongs and has speed to run at. I do like number 5, Bandera Azteca. Ran a big race for 7,500, winning by half a length over Upstriker. Another tough one that dropped in from the allowance. So he's going to be definitely the one to beat. And number 8, It's a Fluke. Here's another one that's dropping in from 7,500. If this horse can somehow shake free, now that it's dropped to the $5,500 level, it could go a long way. I'm giving you a 4, 5, and 8. Good luck here in race number 5.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. Post time!
Doc Higgins, the first one into the starting gate. Mr. Dazzle walks right in. Next up, McEwen. Please the court's turn. Banderas Teca, the current 8-5 favorite. Set to go in. Here comes Gallon Oak. Rochester's Finest is in. Just 2 left to load. It's a fluke. And now just waiting on 10 for the big guy. They're at the post. And they're off. From the outside, Rochester's Finest, showing some speed, as is 10 for the big guy. On the outside, Doc Higgins, settling on the rail in third. Another length back to Banderas Teca. To the outside, it's a fluke. McEwen back in sixth. Then it's Gallon Oak. And your trailers, Mr. Dazzle and Please the Court, are only 7 off of it. Battling on the front, 10 for the big guy. Now takes over the lead, but moving sharply at him, it's a fluke. Settle back in third, Doc Higgins now 5 lengths out of it. Gallon Oak coming with a big move on the outside. They hit the head of the lane, and it's 10 for the big guy with the lead on the inside. It's a fluke on the outside. Gallon Oak eating up ground, 3 wide, a short lead for It's a Fluke. 10 for the big guy, trying to battle back, but running out of ground. It's going to be It's a Fluke. 10 for the big guy in second, Gallon Oak in third, and fourth to McEwen. The stewards have requested a photograph to determine the winning horse. The stewards opposed to number 8, It's a Fluke. As your race winner, second goes to number 9, 10 for the big guy. Third to number 6, Gallon Oak. And fourth to number 3, McEwen. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of our VIP Fan of the Night race, that's number 8, It's a Fluke. It's a Fluke is a dark bear brown gelding, 5 years old, by Carpe Diem. Out of the mare Jade Marie by Malibu Moon. Owned and trained by Monique Goulet. And ridden to victory by Antonio Whitehall. Time for the 6 furlongs, 1:13-1. Congratulations goes out to jockey Antonio Whitehall, who scores the double. 2 wins for jockey Antonio Whitehall. Race 5 is official in the upcoming 6th race. Classic high 5 wagering. There are no changes. Post time for race number 6, 16 minutes away. And time is running out to get your 50-50 tickets. The current jackpot, $1,810 and still growing. Those tickets, 1 for 10, 10 for 20, 50 for 50, or 200 for $100. Get those tickets at Guest Services, the VLT Cashier's Cage, from the roaming 50-50 ticket seller, or just go online at 5050.asdowns.com. Sales will close at 9:50 p.m., a little over 26 minutes away. You don't want to miss out. And did you know that every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the VLT Lounge, we're giving away $200 in cash at 9 p.m. Plus, starting at 6 p.m., enter for free draws to spin the lucky wheel for a chance to win $100 in cash. The draws are free to enter, so don't miss your chance to win every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here at Assiniboia Downs. Ladies and gentlemen, turning your programs back to race number 5, we had 2 claims to report. First off, claim for $5,500 was number 1, Doc Higgins, claimed by Larry Gorno, owner-trainer. Also claimed for $5,500 was number 5, Bandera Azteca, claimed by Parker Wallet, trainer Steve Kaplan Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a late scratch to report, and this is 6th race. Scratch number 5, Olympic Legend. Once again, a late scratch, and this is 6th race. Scratch number 5, Olympic Legend. If you wagered on number 5, Olympic Legend, there will be a complete refund. If you use number 5, Olympic Legend, in your pick 3s, pick 4s, and pick 5s, the favorite at post time will be substituted. Late scratch here in race 6. Scratch the 5, Olympic Legend. And welcome back down the paddock for race number 6. We have a $4,000 claimer for 3-year-olds and up that are non-winners of the year or non-4 lifers. They're going to go 6 furlongs. Late scratch of number 5, Olympic Legend. Quick look back at race number 5. Well stretched, I was saying, and you agreed. It looks like the track's playing to speed, and it really showed in race number 5 as 10 for the big guy battled on the front. And then It's a Fluke went and battled with 10 for the big guy and then lasted for the win.
Yeah, a real good ride on Antonio. He's got 2 today or 3?
That's his second.
Second, yes. Impressive. Mark this down for speed, holding the opposite of last week. We came onto the ASD Live show saying they were coming off the pace. That's not the case today. That's why you have to adjust your betting as you go, maybe change your bets. I'm on the adjusting on the fly, as we found out just before going on air that the 5 got scratched. 5 was my top selection. I now move the 2 into my top spot, which I'm okay with because the 2
6-1.
6-1 could end up loose on the lead. You might want to should re-handicap this race to understand that Exotic Spare could be the speed of the speed, and we've seen what's going on. That's why I've got this horse now as my top selection.
Yeah, I also like number 4, Anano Caro. Last time out, wasn't able to go against 10 for the big guy who controlled the front end and easily wired him. But it looks bad that Anano Caro ran 7th in there, but only got beat by 3.5 lengths in the end. So the previous start, you look at that one, second beat in the neck. That kind of running style will fit this race perfectly. I'm loving the 17-1.
For sure. Moved my 1 up to the second choice as this horse can be close. Last time it dueled, battled it out and hung on, moving up from the non-3. We saw in the last race the 3 move up into the, was it 9-4? Sorry, the 9 horse battled with speed and was right there. This horse is in top form, continues to improve. Might just find himself right on the lead, especially with that scratch. 2-1. I don't like 2-1, but must be respected.
And number 3, Will the Thrill. This is a horse that finally gets to go his preferred distance of 6 furlongs. 8 for 14 in the money. Going 6 furlongs, gets to cut back from a 7 and a 7.5 furlong race. Has been off a bit, but does get a freshening work on September the 3rd. Will the Thrill has a great running style for this race.
Yeah, let's take a look at the 7, the Invader, coming from Canterbury, normally at Mountaineer last year. The Mountaineer races are very good.
Those are great.
Yes, last time out Canterbury showed some speed, now cuts back. If it returns to the Mountaineer races, watch out, especially the last one in November. That would be the winning race, and at 11-1 might be worth a small shot.
And number 8, Acadian Storm. Now with the scratch of Olympic legend, the 5, Acadian Storm, always shows good early speed, draws the outside in here, but the only other real speed in here is maybe Exotic's Bear, and Thusly Inspired does have a bit also, but Arcadian Storm, if this horse clears, might be able to just take it all the way.
Yeah, and that's the key on that. Just because of the scratch, this horse really moves up the chances. Let's take a look at the 6. 2 back, 1 for fun when dropped to the bottoms. Last time, more of an even race. This horse won 6 races last year. If it returns to the form from last year, watch out, because this horse would have been the favorite last year in this race.
All right, let's go to our wagers here in race 6, Stretch. What do you have?
Well, I'm kind of adapting. That's what we've got. 1 with 1, 2, 4, 6 with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Might as well have thrown the 3 in there and made it $20.
I could have, and maybe even put the 2 on top. We'll go with that for now. We'll leave it at that, but just because we're adjusting, but maybe throw the 2 in there. And go ahead.
All right, now I'm going to do our triactor box, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to cost $24. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 6. We'll see you back for race 7. The horses are on the track for race number 6. They're going to go 6 furlongs for $10,400. Number 1 is Thusly Inspired, owned by Sons of the Lane, trained by Lise Pruitt with Javanil Patterson. Number 2 is Exotic's Bear, owned and trained by Maria Stanford with Neville Stevenson. Number 3 is Will the Thrill, owned by Stash's Stable, trained by Fred Rawson with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Number 4 is Anano Caro, owned by Bill and Reed Mooney, trained by Bill Mooney with Dario Dalrymple. Number 5, Olympic Legend, was a late scratch. Number 6 is Moon Connection, owned and trained by Terry Cole with Lenny Sichern. Number 7 is Discretionary Day, owned by Murray Clearsky, trained by Sherry Lang with Sachin Paris. Rounding out the field is number 8, Arcadian Storm, owned by Mike Tronjo, trained by Rory Constant with Sheldon Chickeness. Classic high 5 wagering here in race 6. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
boys going 6 furlongs. We started with 8. We're down to 7. Very late scratch. It was very important in this race. I'm going to take a shot on the 2 now, because with some of the speed removed in here with the 5, this horse might just find this horse right on the front end. And when he gets the lead, he can be tough. He's won at a big price already. This is his level. Claimed a couple times. We'll try to steal it and go from there. The 1 horse is running very well, won the last race, battling on the front end, may try the same thing, and with the track surface, that could be the way to go. And the 4 is a long shot that I scratched in, might just get the dream trip. At 14-1, Kirt's top selection. He might have something here, 2, 1, and 4. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I do like number 4 in Nano Carroll. That last race looks horrible, running 7th, but again, it was only a loss by 3 lengths. The previous start, lost by a narrow neck to It Was This Big, who was the huge favorite that day and did beat the speedy Olympic legend who was in here. So if Nano Carroll gets the regular rider, runs that same kind of race, I'm loving 13-1. I also like the 2 Exotics Bear. Has been beaten by some really nice ones last time out in Please the Court, Gallon Oak, and it was this big. All of those horses would be the 1 to 5 variety in here. So this is a dropping class and a perfect spot for Exotics Bear. And I'm going to round it out. Number 3, Will the Thrill. Does very well, going 6 furlongs. Has yet to run it here at the Downs. Will be running in a good position. So I'm going to throw him in 3rd. I'm going to give you a 4, 2, and 3. Good luck here in race number 6.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. Post time!
Front gates are open for Arcadian Storm, who'll be the first to set into the starting gate. Thusly Inspired now walks right in. Thusly Inspired, the Kirt 9-5 favorite. Exotics Bear is in. Here comes Will the Thrill. Anano Carroll finds his spot. Just 2 left to load. Moon Connection. Now just waiting on Discretionary Day. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. Breaking a little slow was Thusly Inspired. From the far outside, Arcadian Storm aggressively sent to grab the early lead by 2. Anano Carroll sitting right there in second. Moving up on the outside, Will the Thrill, Exotics Bear settled back in fourth. Another link back to Discretionary Day. And then Moon Connection and Thusly Inspired will be the trailer. Battle up front between, on the inside, Arcadian Storm and Anano Carroll in between horses. 3 wide, here comes Will the Thrill, Exotics Bear. Still trying to move up from fourth. A gap of 5 more back to Thusly Inspired and your trailers, Discretionary Day and Moon Connection. They hit the head of the lane, and Anano Carroll pokes a nose in front. Arcadian Storm trying to battle back on the inside, but it's Anano Carroll and a late rally coming from Exotics Bear. But Anano Carroll is going to take it. Exotics Bear in second. Very close for third between Arcadian Storm and Will the Thrill. The Stewart's opposed to number 4, Anano Carroll. As your race winner, second goes to number 2, Exotics Bear. A photograph has been called to determine the show position. Results of the photo show number 3, Will the Thrill. Finishing third. Fourth goes to number 8, Arcadian Storm. And fifth to number 1, Thusly Inspired. Now entering the winner's enclosure. The official winner here in race 6, that's number 4, Anano Carroll. Anano Carroll is a big gelding, 4 years old, by More Spirit. Under the mare, Ellie's the Boss by Street Boss. Owned by Bill and Reed Mooney, trained by Bill Mooney, and ridden to victory by Dario Dalrymple. Time for the 6 furlongs, 1:14. Race 6 is official in the upcoming 7th race. Classic high 5 wagering. There are no changes. Post time for race number 7, 16 minutes away. After the final race, be sure to head up to the clubhouse for our popular Crazy Hour. Beer, shots, and wine, $5 and 25% off all appetizers. Plus a $500 Crazy Hour free cash draw will take place at 11:30 p.m. in the VLT Lounge. And welcome back down paddock 4, race number 7. We have a $5,000 claimer for 3-year-olds and up that are non-2 lifers. They're going to tackle the mile. Quick look back at race number 6 stretch. Well, Anano Caro stalked Arcadian Storm, engaged Arcadian Storm, and they battled all the way to the 16th pole and just pulled away for victory.
Yeah, the key, we talked about this about a month or two ago, that Inano was going to eventually win after that start on July 14th and then packed it up with some trouble. And then you called it. You explained it all. A very good pick on this across the board. Good ride on Dario.
Oh, great ride.
He could not sit back. You saw the top 4 horses were all speed horses that were
pretty well stuck around.
Especially early on, the top 4 and then a closer. Congrats whoever got the high 5 because it was a good way to get it. I'm surprised it paid as much as it did. I think it was $2,800 was the ticket. And if you look, $2,600,
well,
sorry.
Maybe someone took my picks of 4, 2, 3 and hit the all button on the bottom.
They could have. That
probably would have cost about, what, $12?
24. It's 24 if you hit the all if you spread it around.
Okay.
But anyway, let's keep moving. That's old news now. Nobody cares about old news.
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Okay, we have a big favorite coming up. We've first 3 of 1. Do we go 4 for 4 on the big favorites? But there has been some good payouts throughout. And let's go for this horse is Better Going Long. Really impressed me the last start. I know it was 4th beaten 5, but that was against Mr. Jaws, Prince of the...
That was a straight 3-year-old allowance
Correct.
race and some nice 3-year-olds in there.
The horses that finished 2nd and 3rd are in a stake tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah,
and
Manitoba bred.
Manitoba bred, which I do like both of them in that race. This horse runs back to the last 4 races. This horse is the horse to beat. I don't know if you're going to get 3 to 5. But this horse can be go to the lead or come off. 2 back was a nice race against Brinson.
Yeah, it definitely was. Also look at number 8, No, I Won't Back Down. Ran a good second last time to Zen State. I thought this horse was the winner, made that move on the outside. Then Zen State was able to wear it down, but that was really late going the 7.5. I think this horse will be forwardly placed behind Gopher, Hot Cake, and No Magic, so should get a really good trip in here.
You should know better because that horse likes to let others win.
Yeah, well, 2nd and 3rd.
It's a very good.
Wait till you see my bets.
I'm not arguing with you, but you thought the horse was going to win.
I know.
Anyway, let's talk about the 6. This was my small upset horse that ran a nice race last time. I watched this horse, used it in the exactors, and it closed late, finished full of run. It can't be that far back, but if you look at the races when they go the mile, this horse sits close, so I do like that. And so if the 2 falters, maybe the 6 can get there. If the 2 doesn't, maybe this is my 2nd place finisher.
And the horses that ran 1-2 that race were $10,000 droppers in that field. Also take a look at number 4, No Magic. No Magic easily went wire to wire in this same condition 2 outs ago. Last time out, couldn't make the front end, but still battled all the way around to run a very credible 3rd behind Zen State and No, I Won't Back Down. Expect No Magic to be close up early, and the way the track is playing should be a piece of the top 4.
Yeah, I've got the 7 in here. This horse usually comes from farther back. So I'm careful on this one for even the winner place. But the horse, Antonio's got 2 wins. He knows how this horse rides. Last time out was a flat effort, beaten favorite. I'm going to throw that out because a couple of those other, when this horse was in the 10 non-2, ran some nice races. Remember this horse from last year. Cashed a few tickets with this one.
Number 3, Hot Cake. This is a horse that always presses the front end, but doesn't stick around for a piece. Beaten double digits last time out and beaten double digits the last time it headed No Magic on the front end. Hot Cake will be a part of the speed, but with Gopher in here also, it doesn't look good for Hot Cake to stick around.
Yeah, it depends. Well, it's
maybe
speed holding.
Stick around for 4th or 5th,
the speed,
but not top 3.
It has the workout coming in. Let's look at the 1 as a nice long shot. Adds blinkers, stretching out. Has a couple nice races from last year going the 2 turns. Maybe this is your sleeper to go with, again, that try or the super. You just need a price horse to make those pay even when the favorite wins.
And the 5, Just 2 Grasshopper, comes off a win at Fargo in its last start, where the 2nd place horse also came back to win. Not a lot of experience, at least not going around 2 turns. We'll see how that plays out today. But let's go to our bets here in race 7, Stretch. What do you have?
One simple bet, 30 place on the 6, just depending on the 2. I could bet my show money from last week, but I'm going to save it till tomorrow.
All right, I'm going after the tractor. I'm going to take the 2 with the 8 with the 4, 6, 7. And then I'm doing the wedge, 2 with 4, 6, 7 with 8. Those are both $3 each. But I'm doing $5 tickets, making it 30. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 7. And we'll see you back tomorrow, 6:45 Central for ASD Live. The horses are on the track for race number 7. They're going to go 1 mile for $10,100. Number 1 is Pino Bambino, owned by Larry Falloon and McLaren Racing, trained by Stephen Gaskin with Rashad Knights. Number 2 is Gopher, owned by Dewey Williams and Eugene Burns, trained by Dewey Williams with Siobhan Townsend. Number 3 is Hot Cake, owned and trained by Terry Cole with Lenny Sacharin. Number 4, that's No Magic, owned by Frank Johnson, Stephanie Kootenay, and Devin Gittins, trained by Devin Gittins with Siobhan Bell. Number 5 is Just 2 Grasshopper, owned by Lars Mathiasen, trained by Tiffany Husbands with Matthew Bennett. Number 6 is Tempting Prospect, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer with Sierra Pruitt. Number 7 is Distinct Tale, owned by Brent and Heather Rymack, trained by Brent Rymack with Antonio Whitehall. Rounding out the field is number 8, No I Won't Back Down, owned and trained by Courtney Ross with Neville Stevenson. Classic high 5 wagering. Here in race 7, they'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes. And we've drawn our winning ticket in tonight's 50-50 draw. The winning number, 9776537. Once again, that winning ticket in tonight's 50-50 draw, 9776537. Congratulations, you've won $990. If you are on hand, please report to guest services on the main floor, south end.
All right, the boys going a mile or 8 furlongs. many of them looking for their second lifetime win. Let's take a look at this too. Drops in class, stands out on paper. Paper doesn't win all the races though, but if he runs back to the last few, will be tough, and $3 is in fact a fair price for this one. Others to look at to try to help you get a payout. Let's take a look at the 6. Finished with full a run last time, was just simply too far back. Didn't get a fair chance when being that far back. When this horse goes a mile, can do that much more damage and sit close, certainly can get second in there. And then the 7 at a big long shot, because usually a long shot gets in this type of race. If runs back to 2, and even last year certainly can be there. 2, 6, 7. Kirt.
Yeah, Stretch, I'm with you on number 2, Gopher. What a great race against the 3-year-olds last time out. Mr. Jaws did run 4th in the Derby, and Prince of the Prairie, and better luck next time. Very nice Manitoba breds. Previous start, ran a tough one against Brinson and Prince of the Prairie again. He's the one to beat. I also like number 8, No, I Won't Back Down. Will be one of the ones sitting probably even about 4th or 5th. Made a huge move last time out, but unfortunately Zen State rallied from the back and stole that win away. But I expect to run big in here, and I like number 4, No Magic. Here's a horse that already won this condition 2 outs ago. Last time, couldn't make it close to the front, but still ran good off the pace. I'm going to give you 2, 8, and 4. Good luck here in race number 7.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. It's post time.
Pino Bambino, the first one in. Gopher, the 3 to 5 favorite, also is in. Next up, Hot Cake. No Magic set to move in. Just 2 Grasshopper now in. Here comes Tempting Prospect. Just 2 left to load. Front gates are open for Distinct Tail. And now just waiting on No, I Won't Back Down. The field is set. They're at the post. Go for a little fractious. Now settled. And they're off. From the inside, Pino Bambino sent hard to get the early lead with Gopher. Also headed out to the front end. Settled back in third. That's Hot Cake. 3 wide. That's going to be No Magic. Tempting Prospect. Moving 4 wide as they hit that turn. But it's Gopher with the lead. Hot Cake back in second. 4 wide. Tempting Prospect. No Magic in between horses. A gap of 5 lengths back. That's going to be Pino Bambino with No I Won't Back Down, Distinct Tail, and just 2 Grasshopper, about a dozen off of it. Gopher on the inside is the best of the early speed. To the far outside, that's Tempting Prospect. In between Hot Cake and No Magic. Now moving up, Pino Bambino. Distinct Tail in between horses. And then it's back to No I Won't Back Down and just 2 Grasshopper. Gopher with the lead, but it's taking the outside route as Pino Bambino. Now making a challenge on the inside. They hit the head of the lane. It's Gopher and Pino Bambino. They're going to battle it out from here. Gopher digging in. Pino Bambino has now relented, but this is Gopher. The favorite is going to draw away and win by 4. Distinct Tail in second. Pino Bambino in third. Tempting Prospect fourth. And fifth to No Magic. The Stewart's opposed to number 2, Gopher, as the race winner. Second goes to number 7, Distinct Tail. Third to number 1, Pino Bambino. Fourth to number 6, Tempting Prospect. And fifth to number 4, No Magic. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race 7, that's number 2, Gopher. Gopher is a big gelding, 3 years old, by Golden Sense, out of the mare Delizia by Distant View. Owned by Dewey Williams and Eugene Burns, trained by Dewey Williams, and ridden to victory by Siobhan Townsend. Well, now it's time to head up to the clubhouse and enjoy Crazy Hour. Beer, shots, and wine, $5 and 25% off all appetizers. And a free $500 cash draw that will take place at 11:30 p.m. in the VLT Lounge. And don't forget, live racing resumes tomorrow at 7:30. And next week is our final 3-day week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 7:30. But we'll see you tomorrow here at ASD.